Hi guys, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Marketing Unleashed podcast, where we demystified marketing and everything in
In
between.
between.
It's your favorite host here, Miracle, and
Oluwaseyi.
you know the vibes already.
Yeah.
At this point, if you've not subscribed, if you've not followed, you are doing the wrong thing. So this is a good time to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff because this podcast is one you do not want to miss.
Actually.
Really, really true. So Shay, what are we talking about today?
Right.
Straight to the tea.
Straight to the tea. Today, I just wanted us to talk about, social media campaign plan, really, because I know that there are a lot of business owners these days that they are more on social media, especially on Instagram and, Twitter. So that's what I just want us to really dissect on and, talk about. So what does it mean to create a social media campaign plan and not just say that, oh, you're just running ads on social media for just running ads sake. Exactly. It is to be put in black and white. So write it on paper or, literally put it on your system. It's still black and white anyway. So that's what I want us to, talk about.
I like that we are delving into like a proper action step, how you can create a campaign,
Exactly, a social media campaign plan.
Because just like they say, if you fail to plan,
you plan to
fail.
fail. Exactly.
So for as it's easy to create like a social media campaign, planning and the whole behind the scenes that happen before the campaign goes live is as important as the campaign.
Exactly.
So this is not a podcast we want to fast forward or skip. We want to sit, listen, and take notes and find out how you can apply it in your business processes.
Exactly.
So let's get started. If I'm trying to start a campaign, what is the first thing that I need to do?
The first thing you need to do is to create a smart emphasis on the smart objectives.
So do I need to be smart? What does that mean?
Yeah. So smart objectives. I feel like a lot of people should know this. Like, well, I'm not going to assume, but when you say smart, so smart is like an abbreviation for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound or timely. Or which one? It revolves around time, basically. So that's what SMART stands for. So it's not just SMART doesn't just apply in marketing; it applies in project management, life generally. And whenever you want to set a particular objective or a goal, it has to be SMART because we believe that most of these factors are needed for you to now say that this objective they are like they make sense. So now in setting up a smart objective for your social media campaign plan, so it's a different thing when you say, oh, I want to grow my followers.
Yes.
That's not smart enough.
What does that mean?
If you want to create a social media campaign plan and what is on your mind is to grow your social media followers or say Instagram followers or social media followers generally. So your first objective, for example, should be that, oh,
what's the number?
I want to grow the total number of Instagram followers by 6% in 7 months, or I want to grow the total number of my followers on Instagram by 10% in Q2, in quarter 2, or in September, or by
very specific,
by the middle of May, or by so. So that means that you're specific about the platform, which is Instagram.
You can measure.
You are able to measure because you have said that you want to grow your Instagram followers by 10% of what it is currently.
Yes.
And then it is achievable because you see that you're giving like enough time. You are not just giving unrealistic numbers.
You want to grow 6%
you want to
in one day.
In one day. You're saying you want to grow 6% in one day. Let's not be deceiving ourselves.
Yes.
Then it's realistic. So it's realistic. It makes sense to you.
So you
to say that
down.
You have sat down.
Okay.
You know that as you have set it now, you are going to be able to do it. Exactly. It's really enough for you.
It's not prophecy.
It's not prophecy.
But you're waiting on God.
To do. Exactly. Yes. And then it's time bound to say that okay, it's by so time.
Yes.
I want to be able to do this, so that by that time you will not be able to measure to say that okay, where am I now? Yes. Where was I at that time? Basically. So that's what I mean by when you say a smart objective. So I know that another thing is developing a strategy.
Yes, I was just going to
hit me.
So I'm just going to go on the back of that. I like that you said a smart goal. So I'll take what she said. Now say our smart goal is to grow our Instagram followers by 10% in Q3. Okay. At the end of Q3.
Yeah.
That is what you're working towards. That is the destination.
Exactly.
Now the strategy encompasses what do I need to do in order for me to get to my destination.
Yeah.
This includes a clear definition of who is my target audience, for example.
Yeah.
What platform say, okay, I want to increase sales. Let's do followers. say I want to increase sales for my FMCG brand or for my shoe brand or my clothes brand, what social media platform is my target audience found the most? How much am I willing to spend on this campaign, for example? Do I want to do the organic route or do I want to do the paid route?
Paid route, yes.
Right? So a compendium of, okay, this is exactly what is going to take me to get there. Highlighting what everything.
Yeah, so and just to chip in as well, you are going to do a competitive analysis.
So you want to look at, okay,
what other people are doing.
Other people doing?
Let it guide what
how
are
they doing. How are they speaking?
Yes.
So again, in your strategy, you will understand, okay, what will be my tone?
Yeah.
How do I want to sell this? How do I want to do this? So a breakdown of, so say for example, you don't understand what strategy is. We explained this in our previous video, so go and watch. But let me give you a breakdown. I want to make 30% increase in sales by the end of Q3. That's a plan. Sure. So now, who is my target audience? What is my unique selling point?
Yeah.
What channels are my target audience found the most?
Yes.
How much am I willing to spend on this campaign? What are their interests? What's their age bracket? Like, how the metrics you put in your campaign to make it reach them directly.
Exactly.
So highlighting everything you need to know first. Remember, all of this is towards a goal.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, exactly. Yes. And then that would now lead to your tactics. So having identified who your target audience is, where they can be found, and the channels you want to advertise. So having checked out your competitors as well, what are they doing? Where are they advertising? How are they reaching this particular target audience? Your tactics is now, channeling how you want to reach these people.
Yes.
So the strategy is like the what, and then the tactics is like the how.
Yes.
Do you understand? So you already know what it is. Now, how do I now reach these people?
Do I want to be doing posting every day?
Posting every day?
Yes.
Do I want to be sending out emails? Like, we like from social media, will they be able to subscribe to my email? Also, you are going to check, okay, do I want to run out on Instagram only or with Facebook and Twitter?
Do I want to do influencers?
Exactly. Do I want to use influencers? Do I want to do, paid ads on media and all of that? And then maybe you want to now start another channel entirely as well, Basically, you now putting the actions into,
and it's not just
into the channels.
Sorry, I want to chip in. It's not just generalistic like strategies. Now saying, okay, specific. I want to be posting 3 times a day.
Exactly.
I want to utilize this influencer. I want to be sending out newsletters weekly. Like the tactics that will help you
ones to reach the particular goal that you have. So
from your strategy, you now draft out the tactics.
The tactics, exactly. From strategy, you now draft out your tactics, and then next thing you now want to do is the action plan.
Oh yes. So
as per tactics, you have already done. Oh, this is the specific thing. The action plan is now.
So action plan is action. The do.
Do.
You already know what you want to achieve.
Yes.
You already know the strategy, how you want to achieve it, and the tactics you've already highlighted. Okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. Action is just get started. I tell people that what cripples social media campaign is if you leave it way too long in your head than when you bring it out. You need to get things done. Analysis paralysis is a thing. You'll not be able to learn. You will not be able to grow.
You will not be able to take feedback.
You'll not be able to move forward if you've not done anything.
If you've not done anything, you're not showcasing anything.
It's okay to fail. I want to establish that in marketing, it's okay to fail.
Plenty failures.
Marketing is a trial and error. Like we have been doing this thing for years.
Yes, there's no one size fits all.
Yeah, exactly. We still don't even get it all the time.
All the time.
So just get started. If you've said in your tactics that, I want to run ads every week, just click the add button. Put all the metrics that you have selected in your strategy and just get started. A lot of people think, I've not taken the best pictures. I mean, I'm not saying put out mediocre work.
Give it your best.
Give it your best.
Course, give it your best.
Make sure you've done your homework. You've already seen what your competitors are doing. So ensure your content is up to par. Ensure that what you're putting out is up to par. But my sister, my brother, their business owner, click that campaign button.
Exactly.
Click publish.
And then as you're doing it, set timelines to say that, this particular activity, at this point in time, I want to have done this one.
Yes.
By the time you put times on, you say, you procrastinator, do not procrastinate.
Stop it.
Even if you want to procrastinate, by the time you have already put the date, when the date is 1:45, at least you will be gingered to actually get it done.
Do you know another thing that can help you with action is get an accountability partner.
Exactly.
So in this podcast, we're not promising. But if you know you're struggling to start your social media campaign and you're thinking about, oh, I don't know, I'm afraid to start. I don't want to start. Leave us a comment.
Just drop a comment or
and
send us an
email
DM on Instagram or on
exactly,
TikTok.
or send us
We
an
are
email.
willing to guide you.
We'll
will
help
prosper.
We'll help you and we'll be your accountability partner.
Exactly.
And help you get started. So after action, I think the next thing to do is to measure.
Measure, yes. And then that's why I'm coming up with measurements and control. So as you have set your objectives, now you want to set key performance indicators. That's the metrics.
Go back to our last video to know the meaning.
Exactly. You need to be able to measure, to like say that, okay, if I'm going to like say that I want to increase the number of followers, what metrics am I targeting? Like what am I looking at? So that by the date I have put for myself, I am able to say that, oh, this is what I was before, this is what I am now, and then this is how much I have grown. So say your new number of followers over the last number of followers multiplied by 100, you are now able to know that, okay, this is the percentage of how much I have moved, or if I have not moved at all. So that way you are able to now decide, and then amongst other ones, if you want to increase sales, so
you can look at your ROI.
Your ROI, you are going to you'll be able to measure that, okay, yes, I'm actually doing something well, or I'm not, and that way you are able to now make controls to say that, oh, if you have not gotten to the particular objective you have set at the particular time, you are now able to say, okay, you've learned from what you've done in the past. What can I now do differently? So
yes, I was going to also touch on control. That a lot of times when people set marketing objectives and all, a lot of marketers even make this mistake today. You set an objective and you go to sleep. Once you click publish, control is very, very important.
Yeah.
How are the results of your campaign every day, every week in relation to your overall goal? So you want to pay attention to your analytics.
Yes.
You want to pay attention to data to see if it's corresponding with the overall goal.
Exactly.
So if
like
at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks, depending on the timeline you set for yourself, you're not getting your desired results, it's okay to A/B test. You can stop it. Look at your competitors. Look at your data. Is it that the picture or the video you put out is not performing well? Is it that you're using the wrong headlines?
Or the captions are not sitting right?
Or your captions are not sitting right, just like she said.
Keep changing things.
Just keep tweaking till you find out that perfect measurement. Don't go and say, oh, because I've said I'm going to be running 10 ads, 1 ad every week, and I've clicked publish, you go and sleep till Q2. No. Always be on the back of your data. Insights is your best friend. You cannot grow,
have access to it.
You cannot increase without
so if you are giving yourself that, oh, until Q3. So this is, say for example, Q3 is September, end of September like thereabout. So you want to say that, okay, in your action that you have set to now every 2 weeks I want to be checking, or every week, so that way you're not going to achieve the objective at once. It's a gradual process. So that way you're able to move on. And then another thing I wanted to mention about control is setting worst case scenarios and best case scenarios.
Yes. What does
success look like? So when I get the highest point, I mean that's my best case scenario. And then worst case scenario is, oh, at all, 9 bad pass.
Yes.
At least this is the worst result I can get at this particular time. And then you're able to set it. So that way you will know and manage your expectations. Exactly. And that way to put you on your feet that this worst case scenario that I'm looking at, I don't like what it looks like.
I like the best.
So I want the best case scenario, and that way it keeps you in check and you're able to do the needful at different points in time.
Awesome. Basically. So I think at this point, let's just recap. First, if you're trying to set a social media campaign, 1, set a smart goal.
Exactly.
2, develop a strategy. 3,
tactics.
4, your action, and 5,
measure and control. Exactly.
This is your prompt.
This is a
prompt, to start that
honestly,
campaign.
Yeah.
If you have more questions, if you don't understand, you need an accountability partner.
Or you just need somebody to guide you through.
Yes.
And basically start, even if you don't know where to start from, to draft the plan. We're here for you. We're here for you. So yeah.
So yes, guys, we want to thank you once again for tuning in and listening. This was very brief but very impactful.
Yeah.
We believe it's going to help someone out there. So don't forget to share to that business owner that's been struggling about setting a campaign. Don't forget to like, don't forget to follow, don't forget to subscribe.
And subscribe here.
And our social media channels as well, Marketing Unleashed.
On Instagram and on TikTok. So please follow us, and we promise you sweet content.
You know the vibes already.
Right, guys. So thank you for joining us today, and we're so happy to have you watch this episode with us. So until next time, same YouTube channel. Bye.
Bye.